And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It is Lowellville player profile time. We are joined by girls cross-country runner Kenziemccormick at this time. A senior, a standout at Lowellville High School for the Lady Rockets. Kenzie, for you, what about cross-country is so like, oh, I'm going to go run for fun and come back the next day and run for fun and come back the next day, and let's run for fun again?
I think cross-country is one of those sports that the work you put in it shows when you do. I think it is kind of different from other sports like team sports.
Mm-hmm.
For girls cross country at our school, it's just me and one other girl. She's a freshman. She's amazing, by the way. Morgan Devane. So we don't really have a team. So there's no pressure for me to place a certain thing so we get points or whatever. But it's just me against me every time.
That's got to be challenging. No pun intended, when you're running against yourself, running your own race, and you're not really looking around, that has to be a challenge because, competition is built on blueprint of what everybody else is doing. But to have to look within, when did you learn how to do that and very successfully, might I add?
I started running my sophomore year because I didn't make the cheer team, so I needed credit. So I did that in golf, and I just kind of fell in love with it. I think it's a little bit addicting too.
Really?
Just to kind of get your PR, have those your minutes and seconds right off every time.
You mentioned the team sports, right? So the team sports in baseball, it's you and then 8 other guys, and then you've got to wait your turn. When you're doing cross country, it's you, and that is it. All you have to worry about is yourself.
Yeah.
Is that nice to
Yes,
put all the weight on your shoulders?
Yeah, I like it like that.
So you've got one other teammate, a freshman.
Yes.
How do you mentor her, a senior and a freshman? That's got to be an interesting dynamic.
I don't really mentor her. She's kind of just like a friend, honestly. She's really funny. She's very nice. She's better than me.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, she's amazing. So she doesn't mentor me. We don't mentor each other. For an example, we had to run of the Girard course, and we found out that there was a huge hill that our coach did not tell us about. I don't know if he knew either, but we were standing in line in the bathroom. We just looked at each other and started laughing. So we just go through the struggle together, honestly.
What kind of things, have you taught her about just being a high school athlete? Is there anything out there that you've kind of passed along and said, hey, you might encounter this down the road, or has it been an easy kind of ride for her up to this point?
I haven't really talked to her about that.
Yeah.
We just not really, honestly.
What are the conversations like when you're talking? Because I'm assuming you're running together in practice and things of that nature. What do you talk about?
If we are talking, we'll talk about people from school or what happened during our
Boys,
boys.
I knew it.
Not boys.
Okay, not boys. Things from school. What do you
stuff that happened in school? Funny stuff.
Favorite teacher?
No. We'll talk. I don't know if he's gonna listen to this. We'll talk about.
Everybody watches this. Are you kidding me? The world is watching.
We'll talk about Eric sometimes. Our coach.
For you in school as a senior, how fast has it gone for you?
Pretty fast.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite memories along the way?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I can answer that. Just with my friends, mainly. They've been through me they've been with me since my freshman year. It's just been a big group of us, so that's fun to go through school with them. Joining the cross country team was definitely one of the highlights of my high school year. It really changed me as a person. I feel like running can do that to someone.
Really?
So yeah. It changes your mentality, I think.
Okay, so when you were trying out for the cheerleading team, what was your mentality, and what is it now?
Well, when I tried out for the cheerleading team my freshman year, I did it all throughout elementary school and junior high. So it was I don't want to say it was really my life. I wasn't in love with it, but it was the only sport I did, and it was a good way to be with my friends. And then when I didn't make it that year, I was absolutely crushed, and I thought my whole world was ending. But as you can see now, that's not the case, and cross country became my new love.
So you never went back to cheerleading?
Nope. I tried out 1 year, but then I was I didn't make it. So
listen, bigger and better things, right?
Mm-hmm.
To each their own, and you've done incredible things since that time. So for you, what are some of the things that you want to check off the list before you graduate from Lowellville High School?
I'd like to get a new PR for cross country, get 24 something. Right now it's 25, 40. Which hopefully I'll get later in the year. I feel I run better in cold weather and rainy weather.
Really?
Yeah.
So when the elements are at their worst, you're at your best.
Yeah, I like running in the woods. That's my
Oh, I
favorite
know what
place
that
too.
means. You're a pusher and a shover in the woods then.
No, usually I'm not running with anybody. Usually it's by myself.
Okay.
If I'm running with another girl, it's at the beginning of the race.
Fair enough. You're going to be running the Spartan this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
You excited?
Yeah.
You've done it before?
Yes.
What's your favorite and least favorite part of that race?
My favorite is that there's like a lot of people, and it kind of like hides me. I don't like running in front of other people. That's
Really?
another reason why I like running in the woods better.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
6,000 runners I'm hearing this weekend. So it's going to be pretty incredible.
It's one of the meets that like we get to run to that's actually big. Like usually there's like not many girls, but this one's it's just different. It's something new, different.
Let's talk about your family. Who you got in your house?
Well, my parents are divorced, so houses.
Okay, houses, sorry.
So it's my dad and mom, obviously, and then I have 2 younger siblings.
Okay. So you're the oldest?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you pass on that great mentality that you have to your younger siblings, what are some of the things you're passing on?
I hope I can pass along, like, just being mentally strong no matter what you do and not letting things get to you and keep going when things are rough. And I also want to teach them, like, compassion and kindness because that's important.
That's incredibly important. For you, what are some of the best traits about mom and dad?
My dad is probably the strongest person I know. He's my role model. He's gone through so much, and I just think he's one of the strongest people ever.
I love that. If you could have words of wisdom for your dad, what would it be?
Keep pushing.
I love it. I love that. All right, plans after school?
I want to go into pre-dentistry and then eventually become a dentist.
A dentist? Like, what's that? Was that Rudolph? Is that Rudolph? I want to be a dentist.
I think so.
What guided you in that direction?
I've always wanted to go into something with medical and like helping other people, and I think dentistry is a good choice for me because it focuses on one part of the body, not the whole thing. So.
Do you like quotes at all? Are you a quote person? No.
Not really.
Not really. What are some of your favorite things to do outside of running for fun?
Spending time with my family and friends.
No kidding. What's your favorite time of year? Is it like
probably fall.
fall? So are you like a Halloween person or
I'm not
Christmas?
a big Halloween person. I just like the scenery of fall and like going to like the pumpkin farm or like White House fruit farms. That's so fun in the fall.
Okay, so I got one question for you to end this interview. If you're carving a pumpkin, are you carving just a regular jack-o'-lantern, or are you carving something like extra, like super Instagrammy that somebody's gonna go, oh my goodness?
Well, I mean, I'll try to do something Instagrammy, but it's gonna come out like Facebooky.
Take that, Zuckerberg. That is going to do it. Kenzie, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. We're rooting for you. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenziemccormick joins us.